Hello and welcome to Talk Angel. If you are learning English and you sometimes feel nervous when people ask you a very simple question like, "What do you do?" then this episode is especially for you.
Yes, because this question looks easy, but for many English learners, it's one of the most stressful questions.
In today's episode, we'll be talking about how to talk about your job or your studies in English.
Clearly, confidently, and naturally.
Angel, let me ask you something. Do you remember the first time someone asked you about your job or your studies in English?
Oh, yes, very clearly. I remember feeling prepared and unprepared at the same time.
Really? What made you feel that way?
The problem was not that I didn't know what I do. The problem was how to explain it simply in English.
To be honest, many English learners start thinking like this. My job is complicated. I don't know the right words. What if I explain it wrongly?
Or even worse, what if they think I'm not smart? That fear is very real, just like I used to feel. But today I have overcome that fear and will help you out too.
I remember something from my own life. When I first started explaining my work in English, I made it too complicated. I thought sounding professional meant using big words.
That's a very common mistake.
Yes, instead of saying something simple like, "I help customers solve problems," I would say something long and confusing, and people would look confused.
So what changed?
I learned that clarity is more important than complexity.
For me, it was when I was studying. Someone asked, "What are you studying?" And I froze. Not because I didn't know, but because I didn't know how to explain it simply.
That pause, it's very familiar to many English speakers.
Yes, I realized later that I didn't need to explain everything, just the main idea.
Exactly. Going further, you'll learn how to confidently talk about your job or studies in natural English and answer follow-up questions with ease.
And we'll do this through conversation, stories, and real examples.
Let's start with something very important. When talking about your job or studies in English, you need structure, not grammar rules, not long explanations, just structure.
A simple structure gives you confidence because you always know what to say next.
For example, when talking about your job, you can think in 3 steps. What is your role? Where do you work? And what do you do every day?
That's it. You don't need to say everything at once.
Angel, let's show this naturally. Liam, I'll ask you a question.
Okay.
So, Liam, what do you do?
I work as a project coordinator at a small company.
Nice. And what do you do there?
I help organize tasks, communicate with the team, and make sure projects finish on time.
Notice something important. Liam didn't use big words. He didn't rush. He used clear, simple sentences.
And that makes the listener feel comfortable.
Now let's talk about studies, because not everyone works. Some people are students. Some people are learning new skills.
And students often feel even more pressure because they think, my course is difficult to explain.
When I was studying, I used to over-explain. I would list every subject, every detail.
And people would lose interest.
Exactly. Later, I learned to summarize.
That's nice. Show us how you did that.
Sure. Okay, Angel, let me ask you. What are you studying? I'm studying fashion and creative design.
That sounds interesting. What do you enjoy about it?
I enjoy creating things with my hands and expressing ideas through design.
Great, Angel. You didn't explain the entire program. Instead, you explained what it is and why you enjoy it.
That's enough to start a conversation. Here's something very important. You don't need to impress people. You need to connect with them.
People don't remember perfect grammar. They remember how you made them feel.
Exactly. Once you can explain your job in 2 simple sentences and explain your studies without stress, then you're good to go.
Right, Angel.
We've talked about how to simply explain what you do or what you study without pressure.
Now, let's take it a step further.
Yes, because usually after you answer the first question, people don't stop there.
Exactly. They often ask follow-up questions, and this is where many people start to feel uncomfortable again.
Follow-up questions are not difficult because of English. They are difficult because they are unexpected.
Exactly. You answer, I work as a customer service representative. And then someone says, oh, really? What is a typical day like for you?
And suddenly, your mind goes blank, not because you don't know your job.
But because you don't know how to explain it in English.
This used to happen to me a lot. Someone would ask me about my work, and I'd answer confidently at first. Then they'd ask, so what do you do exactly? And inside my head, I'd think, exactly? I do many things.
That word exactly can feel scary.
Yes, I thought I had to explain everything, but later I learned something important.
And what did you learn?
You don't need to explain your entire job description. You just need one or two examples.
True. Examples make your English sound natural and confident.
Yes, Leon, let's show this with a real conversation. I'll ask you some follow-up questions.
Okay.
So, what do you do?
I work as a virtual assistant.
Oh, interesting. What does your job involve?
I help business owners with emails, scheduling, and organizing tasks.
That sounds busy. What do you enjoy most about it?
I enjoy helping people stay organized and save time.
Wow, Liam, those answers were short and calm.
Yes, I didn't rush. I didn't try to sound impressive. I just explained things as if I were talking to a friend.
Great. Let's talk about a very common habit. Many English learners say things like, I'm sorry, my English is not good, before they even speak.
Yes, I hear this a lot, and it actually makes speaking harder.
Because you are telling yourself and others that your voice doesn't matter.
I used to do this too. I would start every explanation with, I'm not very good at English, but... And then I noticed something.
What did you notice?
People were not judging my English. They were listening to my story.
When you talk about your job or studies, people are interested in you, not your grammar.
Your experience is the focus. English is just the tool.
Exactly. Now let's return to talking about studies, but at a deeper level. Many people are studying something new, changing careers, or learning skills online.
And sometimes they feel their studies are not impressive enough to talk about.
I remember when I was working full-time and studying at the same time. When people asked me what I was studying, I felt tired just thinking about explaining it.
Because it was a lot.
Yes. So instead of explaining everything, I started saying, I'm studying creative skills to grow professionally. And that was enough.
Let me try this with you.
Sure.
Liam, what are you studying right now?
I'm learning fashion design and creative business skills.
That sounds exciting. Why did you choose that?
Because I enjoy creating things, and I want to build something of my own in the future.
That makes sense.
Notice something again. I spoke about the reason, not the details.
Yes, reasons create connection. Details create pressure.
Now, let's talk about something very real. Changing jobs, changing careers, or not being sure yet.
This is very common, especially today.
But many English learners feel embarrassed talking about it.
I remember a time when I left a job and didn't know what was next. When people asked, so what do you do? I felt uncomfortable.
That's a hard moment.
Yes, but I learned that honesty, when spoken simply, is powerful.
Here are some calm, confident ways to explain this.
I'm currently between jobs and exploring new opportunities.
Or, I'm transitioning into a new field.
Or even, I'm taking time to learn new skills.
Some people work and study at the same time, and they don't know which one to talk about first.
The answer is whichever feels more important to you.
For example, I work as an administrative assistant, and I'm also studying business management.
That sentence is clear, honest, and confident.
Yes, Liam. Let's talk about energy. When you talk about your job or studies, your energy matters.
Even simple English sounds interesting when it's spoken with interest.
This might sound simple, but it works. Smile when you speak.
People can hear a smile in your voice.
I once explained the same job in two different ways. Once, I sounded tired and bored. Another time, I spoke calmly and positively.
And people reacted differently?
Completely differently.
Same words, different energy, right?
Yes, Liam. Now, let's focus on daily tasks. This is where conversations really grow.
Because daily tasks are relatable.
Liam, what does a typical day look like for you at work?
I usually start my day by checking emails. Then I organize my tasks and attend meetings if needed. Later, I focus on completing assignments and helping clients.
That sounds structured.
Yes, structure helps me stay calm and productive.
That explanation is simple, but it paints a clear picture.
People don't need technical words, they need understanding.
It's okay to talk about challenges too. Not everything has to sound perfect.
In fact, challenges make conversations more real.
What do you enjoy most about your work?
I enjoy helping people and solving problems.
And what do you find challenging?
Managing time when tasks pile up.
Notice something important. Talking about challenges doesn't make you weak.
It makes you human.
Exactly. In the next video, we'll talk about talking about your job or studies in interviews,
Talking to strangers and networking.
answering unexpected questions calmly.
Storytelling to sound natural and confident.
This is where everything comes together.
Thank you for listening to Talk Angel.
I'm proud of you for practicing your English today.
Remember, learning English takes time, patience, and consistency.
Try to listen every day, even if it is just a few minutes.
If you enjoyed this episode, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel.
Come back tomorrow for another simple English conversation.
Until next time, keep listening, keep learning, and believe in yourself.